Welcome everybody to Filmora Effects. Today I'm going to show you how to do this vacuum cleaner effect. And before we begin, I want to talk about the image and how you can change this to do. This was just a sample that I did real quick, but to do a really nice one, you can film yourself or someone against a green screen and then key out the green screen. So let's say you have someone sit on a ledge with the green sheet in the background and on the ledge itself. So someone's just sitting there dangling. And then you can film a mantle or a ledge or anything you want and take that person and set them on it and remove the green screen. So that's one way you can get this effect. But first let's just talk about how to do it in general, then you can figure out what you want to do. So I just took a stock image of this guy and I used some AI tools and did AI portrait and just popped him right out of the picture that he came in. Okay, so that's where we started. The next thing I did was apply an effect from Filmora called WHIRL. Right here. It's a free effect, so anyone can use this. I applied it, I drug it and dropped it on top of this image, all the way across. I split these pieces out later. So the WHIRL effect is going all the way across, and I'll show it to you. When you go double click your clip, you can go to Effects and see all the applied effects. Currently the only thing applied is WHIRL. And I'll scroll across to show you what WHIRL does. And what we'll do is we're just going to hide everything else. So all you see is WHIRL. So we're just going to hide it all. And that's what it does. So I adjusted the position X, position Y to where I wanted it. And I keyframed the percentage. As you can see, it starts at 0% and it keyframes to the last keyframe of 100%. Okay, so that's the effect I used to try to twist a person, or you can use it for an object. I keyframed transform so that I can scale and position. So I scaled and position. I'll just move the slider across and you can watch what I did. So I shrunk him down and moved him towards the right. Okay, now we're going to move over to the next one where I split it. And I have a lot of keyframes going on over here, but basically, just keep an eye on scale and position continues. These last three keyframes, well, one was the end of the first one, so the last two keyframes I sort of repositioned slightly to put it directly into the nozzle of the vacuum cleaner. Okay? Now, to line all that stuff up, to make it work right, you're going to need to put your vacuum cleaner on the screen. I had mine move. So this is a still image, but I keyframed it. As you can see, anytime you see that little white dot, that triangle, you can see what I did. When I clicked on that, it highlighted that, and you can see the position move as I scroll across. So I just had it kind of roll in there. And let's shrink this down a little bit. So the same time he's distorting, whirling, the vacuum comes in. Now right here, I started a new keyframe for the vacuum. Let's just take the guy out of the picture completely for a second, because I wanted the vacuum to move as well. So you can see these keyframes right here. That is very simply a rotation to the left, a rotation to the right, to the left, back to near zero, and then I left it. So that's all of the keyframes that we need to know about. This is a transition called wind, and you can see it happen. You can see the wind just sort of there towards the vacuum and push. Then I put the sounds underneath of it. So that's how I managed to do this with the, I'm not going to say limited tools because Filmora has a ton of tools. But what Filmora can't do is what other programs like Adobe, the expensive programs, they could take this image and you could distort it without using an effect. You could just click on it and just twist it. Well, I think the WHIRL effect did a pretty good job of that. And I think overall it came out pretty nice. So we squish him in and zip him in. Boom. And then with the sound effects underneath, I think we achieved it. So again, this was just a sample to show you the effects and the keyframes that I used. Try it for yourself. Try some of the green screen. Try some of the smart AI cutouts. Film yourself sitting on a chair, wiggling your feet, cut it out, see if it'll work. If not, put yourself in a green screen situation and then you can just key out the green and then you'll end up with something like this guy right here, except it'll be you sitting on a chair. Put your own filmed background behind it and you can make yourself fly off in outer space. You can make yourself twist, and of course you can make yourself get sucked into a vacuum. That's it. I know this was a short video, but someone asked me to do something like this, so I did it. And I think with some clever filming, maybe get yourself an actor or a friend or somebody to do some of the filming for you. You can really turn this into something. That's it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon on the next video.